Hello, welcome to my videos in my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday on League's Cup 2025 semifinals score. Well, yesterday we played the semifinals on League's Cup 2025, where in the first game, the Inter Miami Messi's team defeated the Orlando City 2-1 and 3-1, sorry, and Inter Miami qualified to its second final on 3 years. And in the second semi-final, the Seattle Sounders didn't have any problem and defeated the LA Galaxy 2-0, and they advanced to the finals. So now the teams that qualified to the finals were Inter Miami and Seattle, like I predicted, and the third place game will be played between the LA Galaxy against Orlando City. The both games are going to be played this next Sunday. So let's talk about a little more about each semifinal. Well, let's start with the Inter Miami 3, Orlando City 1. Remember that in the quarterfinals, the last week, the quarterfinals already were played the last week. All the games were played in the US, where in the Inter Miami the battle mode that I expected, and they did a surprise because they defeated in the quarterfinals the Tigres 2-1 with two penalties. The second penalty was scored in the minus 89, and the Orlando City did a surprise because they tied 0-0 against the Toluca, the reigning champion team in the Liga MX, and they won in the penalty shootout 6-5. So about this game, this was a classic, and remember that when there is a classic, the difference always reduced. The favorite was Inter Miami because it's the Messi's team, and Messi returned to play yesterday for a long time, for first time I think in 2 or 3 weeks, and they were playing home. About this game was very close, where the difference was an error. I think that the Inter Miami was the best team because they were the team that needed to look for the goal. In the almost in the end of the first half, Orlando City scored the first goal in the minus 45 plus 1 by Marcos Pasali. After that, all the second half, Inter Miami was attacking because they needed to tie the game to minimum to force the overtime, but they couldn't score any goal. And to be honest, I thought that the Inter Miami was gonna to lose the game because the Inter Miami didn't find out the ways to score a goal. But in the minus 75, David Brecalo made a foul to Luis Suarez. The referee decided to show him a red card and call a penalty. To be honest, I think that this wasn't a penalty. It was very doubtful, but it's the Inter Miami, and the referee decided to call the penalty. Lionel Messi scored the equalizer in the minus 77, and since that moment the game was over by Orlando City because for the rest of the game, in the last 15-20 minutes of the game, they played with one less man, and for that reason, Inter Miami created more goal opportunities. They were attacking. The Orlando City was defending so close to his goalkeeper, and in the minus 88, in a tremendous play, Lionel Messi scored his second goal of the game and the second goal for the Inter Miami, and they were leading to one. And in that moment, the game was over because after that goal, Orlando City opponent, they decided to attack. They left a lot of spaces because they needed to tie the game to force another time. The penalties, and in the minus 91, in a counter attack, Telasco Segovia scored another golazo because Lionel Messi, the second goal was a golazo, and he scored a third goal, and Inter Miami won the game 3-1. With this victory, Inter Miami, how I told you in the first minutes of the video, they qualified to his second League Cup final in 3 years. Remember that they won the first edition 2 years ago, and they are the favorite team to win this tournament. And in the second game of the semifinals and in the day, the Seattle Sounders defeated 2-0 LA Galaxy. Remember that the Seattle Sounders were the best team in the MLS and all the Liga MX in the first zone, where they won the 3 games. The Seattle Sounders in the quarterfinals tied 0-0 against Puebla, and they won the penalty shootout 4-3. And LA Galaxy defeated 2-1 the Tuzos de Pachuca in the quarterfinals. So I think that the favorite here was the Seattle Sounders, but the LA Galaxy had the advantage to playing home. About this game, I think that the Seattle Sounders was the best team, and also because the Seattle Sounders scored the first goal in the first minutes of the game in the -7, where Pedro de la Vega scored it, and since that moment they had the game under control because what the Sounders did, his strategy was to defend and counter attack because how the LA Galaxy needed to score a goal. They were most part of the first half attacking, but they couldn't score any goal. But the problem is that they left a lot of the spaces that the Sounders counter-attacked, and they were the best team in the first half. In the second half, the LA Galaxy decided to attack more. They left a lot of spaces, and in the first minutes of the second half, Seattle Sounders scored the second goal in the -57 by Osase de Rosario, and in that moment the game was over because the LA Galaxy never knew what to do, how to score a goal. It was very impossible, and the Thunder had always the game under control, and in the end they won the game easily 2-0. So now, how I told you in the beginning of the game, the final will be the next. The Seattle Sounders will play against Inter Miami this next Sunday, August 31st. This game will be played at 20 o'clock Eastern time in the Lumen Field Stadium in the Seattle, Washington. Remember that the game will be playing in Seattle, Washington, because the Sounders have a better record than Inter Miami. About this game, I think that the Sounders have the advantage to play home, and how I told you a few minutes ago, the Sounders have been the best team in this tournament. But to be honest, when you play against Messi, it's very difficult, and I think that the Inter Miami have better talent than Sounders, but I think that Sounders have better team. So I think that this will be a very close game. But when Messi plays, you always need to bet for the Messi's team. So I think that this will be a close game. I think this game is going to be finishing at 0-0 or 1-1, and I think the Inter Miami is going to win it in the penalty shootout, and the Inter Miami will win his second League Cup title in 3 years. And the third place game will be playing the same day. The third game will be played between the LA Galaxy against Orlando City. This game will be played in the Dignity Health Sport Park. This game will in the Pasadena, California. This game will be played the same day, the Sunday 31st, August 31st, and this game will be played early, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time. About this game, I think that the LA Galaxy will have the advantage to play home. I think that the LA Galaxy are a better team than Orlando City, so I think that the LA Galaxy are going to win this game by 1 or 2 goal difference, and they will win the third place. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comments, suggestions, you can write me in any of my streaming platforms. So see you next video. Gibran.